If you want to get where you want to be in life and achieve your goals, there is one very important skill you need to learn: the ability to persuade people. The good news is that this is not an innate talent. Persuasion is a skill that can be learned and developed. In this video, I will explain in simple terms why people are so easily persuaded and the psychological foundations behind it. People see themselves as quite intelligent and rational. But interestingly, the more intelligent people think they are, the more likely they are to fall into mental traps. This is precisely the truth underlying the mechanism of persuasion. Now, let's examine the most powerful psychological principles that guide human behavior one by one. People tend to reciprocate. When someone does us a favor, we subconsciously feel indebted to them. That's why, after someone does us a small favor, if they ask us for something, it becomes much harder to say no to them. We see this often in everyday life. Some restaurants place a small candy or napkin next to the bill when they bring it. What they give is actually very small, but it creates an expectation of a tip in return. You can use this principle in your own life too. Before asking someone for something, make their life easier, even in a small way. Make a gesture. You will see that the likelihood of getting what you want increases. People tend to be consistent with what they have said and done before. When a person takes a small step on an issue, it becomes much easier for them to take the next steps. For example, asking someone directly for something big is often rejected. But if you start with a very small request first, you can gradually increase that request over time. Because once people make a sacrifice, they feel obligated to continue that behavior. If you want to persuade someone, first find the smallest step they can say yes to. People look to the majority when making decisions. What others do is a powerful guide for us. That's why bookstores have bestseller shelves. If a product or idea is preferred by others, people think it's a safe choice. If you want to persuade someone, showing them that they are not alone, that others think the same way, greatly increases your persuasive power. People listen more readily to those they perceive as experts. If someone appears knowledgeable and competent in a field, what they say automatically becomes more credible. That's why we see people wearing doctor's coats in advertisements. The same message is much more effective when delivered by an expert. In real life, this translates to: if you are truly knowledgeable about a subject and present it with confidence, people are much more likely to believe you. Knowledge plus confidence equals persuasion. People perceive limited things as more valuable. When we think something is scarce or may soon run out, the fear of losing it kicks in. This fear is one of the most powerful emotions driving human behavior. This is why phrases like last few items, limited time, and running out still work. If you're presenting something as a persuasive tool, making it feel valuable and hard to obtain increases its impact. People are more influenced by the opinions of those who are similar to them, who understand them, and whom they find sincere. If you want to persuade someone, looking down on them or adopting a "I know best" attitude won't work. Instead, you need to understand their values, show respect for the things they care about, and establish a genuine connection. Furthermore, people want to feel like they belong to a group. When they are part of a community, they tend to repeat that group's behaviors and decisions. That's why a sense of belonging is one of the most powerful tools of persuasion. You may already be applying some of these principles without even realizing it. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for listening. Take care. See you soon.